Welcome to our Asian Star Trend channel. Today we have the following news, hope you and your friends follow along. Zhao Liying's relationship was exposed, Feng Shaofeng was secretly delighted, and netizens were excited. Title: Zhao Liying's rumored romance sends shockwaves, a tornado of speculation, surprise, and sentiment. When it comes to celebrity romances, few stories have hit with the force of a tornado quite like Zhao Liying's latest rumored relationship. One minute the internet was quiet, and the next, bam, her name shot to the top of trending searches, leaving fans breathless and gossip mills working overtime. At the heart of this whirlwind, none other than acclaimed director netizens Zhao Liying. According to a sharp-eyed entertainment journalist, always lurking where the stories bloom, netizens has been spotted multiple times around Zhao Liying's residential complex. Not just once or twice, but often enough to raise more than just eyebrows. The plot thickens. It's rumored that the director holds a key, literally. Word has it he has access to the gated community's entrance card. That's no casual stroll in the park. It screams familiarity. Or perhaps, intimacy. What's unfolding here isn't just a love story, it's a drama with all the right ingredients: mystery, emotion, even a sprinkle of humor. Online spectators are torn between cheering them on, questioning the signs, and crafting their own narratives. But behind the playful speculations lies a deeper truth, the magnetic pull of public figures and how every glance, every gate pass, can send waves through a curious world. Whether this is the beginning of a new chapter or just another red herring, one thing's certain: Zhao Liying still knows how to keep a nation hooked. And maybe, just maybe, in that storm of whispers, there's a little something for all of us to feel: hope, nostalgia, or the thrill of unexpected connection. Title: Romance, Rumors, and a pink-haired twist. Zhao Liying's love life just took another turn. Just when you thought the storm had passed, another gust of gossip sweeps through. Word on the street is that director netizens didn't just linger near Zhao Liying's apartment, he reportedly took her young son out on a solo outing. Yes, you heard that right. Not a playdate. Not a family gathering. Just the two of them. Cue the internet frenzy. In true social media fashion, netizens pounced on the news like they'd found the final puzzle piece. No wonder Zhao dyed her hair pink, they joked. She's floating on a cloud of love, pink bubbles and all. A symbolic blush of happiness? Or just a fashion statement? The lines are delightfully blurry, and of course, where there's romance, there's drama. Fans didn't hesitate to drag Zhao's ex-husband, Feng Shaofeng, into the narrative. He's probably crying under the covers right now, someone quipped. Lost the wife, might be losing the son. Talk about a double defeat. It's the kind of juicy, bittersweet drama that practically writes itself until you remember this isn't a short video soap opera with twisty plots and exaggerated heartbreak. This is real life. And real life, as we know, doesn't always follow a script. Still, we watch. We wonder. We feel, whether it's amusement, empathy, or curiosity. Because in the end, Zhao Liying's story reminds us of something universal: behind every headline is a heart, and sometimes, even a pink-haired one. Title: From champagne pops to internet theatrics, why Zhao Liying's love life isn't the drama you think it is. Let's be honest, when it comes to celebrity gossip, nothing fires up the internet like a good love triangle. Or, in this case, an imagined one. As Zhao Liying's rumored romance with director netizens unfolds like a perfectly paced drama, fans can't resist casting her ex-husband, Feng Shaofeng, in the role of the heartbroken leading man. But here's the plot twist: that might be the worst casting choice of all. Let's face it, heirs from wealthy families like Feng rarely have time or interest for playing the tragic devoted ex. For from sobbing under the covers, he's probably at home quietly popping champagne, privately relieved and genuinely content. Still, you can't blame netizens entirely for running wild with their imaginations. Feng Shaofeng did put on quite the performance post-divorce: stoic, nostalgic, vaguely melancholic. He looked every bit the man who lost the love of his life. And we bought it hook, line, and screenshot. Meanwhile, Zhao Liying? She's been thriving. Career in full bloom, public image revitalized, and that signature spark in her eyes? Stronger than ever. She's not just moving on, she's glowing up, and that's where fantasy and reality part ways. This isn't a scripted melodrama. It's the story of a woman reclaiming her narrative, and a man who might be just fine letting go. So while fans write fictional endings, Zhao Liying is out there living her next chapter, one bold, beautiful move at a time. Title: When the Roles Reverse. Zhao Liying, Feng Shaofeng, and the quiet power of letting go. Imagine for a second if the roles were reversed. If a man walked away from a relationship without looking back, said nothing, and left the woman alone with her doubts and wounds, wouldn't we call him a jerk, maybe even a classic scumbag? But this isn't just any story. This is Zhao Liying's story, and Zhao Liying has never played by anyone's script but her own. She has the strength, the fame, and the undeniable success to stand by her decisions without needing to explain them. Time and again, her unspoken message to the public has been clear: please, focus on my work. My personal life isn't your stage. So when she and Feng Shaofeng quietly parted ways, public sentiment swung hard in her favor. People didn't ask why she left, they just assumed she did the leaving. After all, in the narrative of emotional maturity and ambition, Zhao seemed miles ahead. Feng? He was cast as the man-child she simply outgrew, and maybe, just maybe, that's exactly what happened. Zhao's breezy grace in the aftermath made Feng's visible gloom even more glaring. While she pressed forward with fierce independence, he looked stuck in slow motion, brooding like a scorned lover in a period drama. The contrast was striking. One woman's liberation became another man's melancholy in a world quick to label and judge. Zhao Liying offered no statements, no tears, just silence and success. And somehow, that hurt more than 1,000 breakup posts. Because sometimes, the most powerful goodbye is the one said with nothing at all. Title: The Tragic Ex-Husband Fantasy? Not quite. Feng Shaofeng might just be winning after all, and just like that, the internet had its newest tragic hero in the collective imagination of netizens. Feng Shaofeng became the archetype of the pitiful ex-husband, forever pining, forever stuck in the past, hopelessly unable to move on from Zhao Liying. A lonely figure cast in the shadows of a love story that had long since ended. But is that really the truth? Well, not exactly. Here's where reality throws a curveball. Feng Shaofeng isn't the heartbroken, unemployed sad boy people love to meme. He's not crying in the rain or endlessly scrolling through old wedding photos. In fact, behind the tired eyes and the solemn interviews lies a man with options, a lot of them, because let's not forget who Feng really is: one of Shanghai's elite, a bona fide heir to a family fortune that reportedly has to be counted in billions. That's right, this miserable ex could, at any moment, swap the satellites for city lights and step into a world most of us only dream of: power, luxury, and generational wealth waiting with open arms. So why the sad face? Maybe it's real. Maybe it's well-crafted image control. Or maybe, just maybe, he's playing the long game, quietly watching as the world spins a love story he doesn't need to correct, because sometimes, letting people believe you're losing is the most elegant way to win. Title: Not Chasing Fame or Fortune. The surprisingly chill rise of Feng Shaofeng. Let's get one thing straight: Feng Shaofeng never acted for the fame, and certainly not for the money. Unlike many in the entertainment world scrambling for attention or paychecks, Feng entered the scene with a rare kind of ease. Acting, for him, was more like a side quest than a do-or-die mission. Something to do for fun. A hobby with a camera and a script. A graduate of the prestigious Shanghai Theatre Academy, Feng didn't rush to stardom. He spent over a decade quietly taking roles, building a steady but low-key portfolio. It wasn't until the age of 32 that lightning finally struck with the period drama Palace Gong, which turned him into a household name overnight. But here's where it gets interesting. While co-star Yang Mi seized the spotlight with relentless energy, lining up drama after drama, riding the fame wave with pure business savvy, Feng, he leaned the other way. At the very peak of his career, he was more interested in flirting than filming. During Palace's promotional tour, he wasn't shy about expressing his admiration for Yang Mi, dropping hints, flashing smiles, playing the romantic lead both on and off screen. While others saw a career breakthrough, he seemed to see a potential date, and maybe that's always been Feng Shaofeng's secret. He's never really been in a rush. Not for fame. Not for fortune. Just someone strolling through the spotlight on his own terms. One charming smirk at a time. When Zhao Liying went public with her new relationship, Feng Shaofeng was quietly celebrating behind the scenes. Last year, sharp-eyed reporters spotted him with the new girlfriend, proving he never really had a single moment. Feng, a wealthy, handsome, easygoing man, was never going to mourn a ended marriage for years. But out of respect for Zhao's huge, devoted fanbase, he kept his love life low-key. Now that Zhao has openly moved on, Feng can finally drop the mourning cloak of public expectation and embrace love freely. Maybe a second child is even on the way. In the end, both have found their own paths, like two rivers briefly crossing before flowing apart, finding true happiness separately. Sometimes, letting go is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others.